Hi, and welcome to Boardscape. I'm Aaron, and today I am doing a 3v3 look at the Castles of Mad King Ludwig's Collector's Edition. Now this 3v3 format, I give you 3 reasons that I like this campaign, and 3 reasons that I don't. This is not an overview of the game. In fact, Castles of Mad King Ludwig came out in 2014, over 6 years ago. And so if you want to know what this game is about, go ahead and check out some of the many videos that are out there covering that. This is purely about this Kickstarter and what I like and don't like about it. Let's get started. The first thing that I like about the Castle of Mad King Ludwig's Collector's Edition Kickstarter is the new art. Now, the art in the old game is notoriously not good. And the art in this, I think, looks brilliant. It's bright, it's colorful, it's pretty to look at. In fact, this Venus Grotto and this Terrace Gardens, these are pieces that you could stare at just to see the details and see what you could figure out's going on here. This Terrace Gardens looks like an area that you could literally walk around. This looks good. Look at what some of this art before looked like. Here on the left side, we have the English edition, and on the right side, we have the Polish edition, where they updated the art previously. This new Kickstarter is actually a 3rd upgrade to the art, or a 2nd upgrade, I guess. This old English edition look is not pretty. It's not good to look at, right? They put all the info that you need on here, but it's all about the colors. None of it is necessarily pieces that you want to sit and stare at. This new Kickstarter, though, these are pieces that I can stare at. If you scroll down to the down to the stretch goals, you can see some more of these unlocked tiles. Some more of these unlocked tiles where they have upgraded art, new art. This grand atrium, this stairway, looks great. The royal bodyguard room, while they still have all of the info that you need, the 350, all of it, it's all still there, and yet it's still good to look at. These are pieces that I could see just laying down and staring at and seeing my castle come together. The first thing that I like about this campaign is the upgraded art is beautiful. The second thing that I like is the game trays the game tray storage organizer and the new expansions. This collector's edition comes with a game trays box within the box for the tiles, for the towers, for everything in this game, so that it's easy to store, easy to pull out, easy to get on the table. Game trays is always a good upgrade. It's always worth getting, and I always pay attention when a campaign adds game trays to their box, because they are good enough to pay even a little bit of extra that a Kickstarter might be worth just to get such a good insert. On top of the game trays, it comes with 2 new expansions, as well as the old ones. It comes with the old Secrets expansion, as well as the limited Polish expansion that not many people have actually been able to get their hands on. On top of those old expansions, as I said, it comes with the Decrees and the Towers. Now, the Decrees expansion is a small one. I think it says 34 royal decrees are added to this. And these are drafted at the beginning of a game and give unique abilities to each player. These are things that can ignore activity room penalties, discounted room purchases, ability to view any of your opponent's discarded bonus cards. These are just things to enhance your gameplay, to make every round different, to make the way that you play, the way that you interact with the game, different depending on how you draft and what you draft. That's interesting to me. That sounds like a good addition to this game. On top of that, they're adding the Towers expansion, which adds these new room tiles, one for each of these towers, which I will say the towers don't look necessarily amazing, but I like the variety that they have given us. The different looking towers, right? For each color. Now, as you fill and complete each of your tower rooms, you are going to get, what do they call it? You're going to get a reward, which is a favor card. You're going to get a favor, and you're going to put it on top of your finished tower. And then you're going to take your colored tile, or your colored tower, and place it onto the tile. This is a great way for two things. One, it brings a 3D dimension to a 2D game. It adds these 3D towers to your 2D castle. On top of that, it is an easy and quick way for others, those that you are playing against, to see whether or not you have actually completed and gotten a reward. All they have to do is take a quick glance to see if you have a tower. They're not looking for a card, they're not looking for a specific tile. Me over here, I can see J-Bob across the table has 2 towers completed, 2 towers standing up in 3-dimensional space, 4-dimensional space. I don't understand dimensions. He has these towers on his tiles, and I can say, okay, he has 2 done, just like that. The towers expansion, neither of these necessarily are huge, but they seem to add enough new variety to make it worth it. Too many of these collector games are adding purely cosmetic upgrades, but this is actually adding something that you cannot get elsewhere. So that makes this collector's edition different and good to me. So I like the new art, I like the game trays and new expansions that they put into this. And then the third thing that I like is the colossal version that they have given us. This colossal version, as we can see over here, is going to cost $170. Now, the base pledge is going to be $99 for the game, the expansions, the game trays, and the stretch goals. On top of that, if you want to add $30, then you can get this royal upgrade, these metal coins and various new poker-like glassy smooth swan tokens, these tokens, upgraded components, right? For $170, you get the Colossal Edition. Now, the Colossal Edition adds a box as well as one of every tile in the game. But what is cool about this is, as we scroll down here, these colossal tiles are 4 times bigger than the regular tiles. So now you have these huge tiles that you are laying all over your board, making it feel more like a castle, making it feel like you are actually building this for a mad king. Now, you do have to make sure that you have the table space for this. But having these tiles that, instead of being this big, are this big, really seem to, in my mind, would enhance the game, enhance the gameplay, right? Well, it doesn't necessarily change anything, it changes everything. It doesn't change the way that you play, but the entire look of the game is now different. I like this Colossal expansion. I like that they are giving you the stretch goals, all of the tiles in the base game. If it is a tile in this game, they are giving you a Colossal version of it. 3 things I like: the art, the expansions and game trays, and this new Colossal Edition. Now, this is not a perfect campaign, and most of this is going to be leaning towards these upper tier levels. There are 3 things that I dislike or worry me about this campaign. The first is that there is no option to buy these colossal tiles by themselves. If you want these colossal tiles, you have to buy the $170 pledge level. The problem with that is, if I already have Castles of Mad King Ludwig, if I have the base game and just want these colossal tiles, I can't do that. I have to rebuy the entire game. I have to buy the collector's edition and then upgrade it to the Colossal. In this Colossal edition, you get the collector's edition of the game, along with this second box of these bigger tiles. So, again, if I don't want the collector's edition, I have to buy it to get these tiles. Yes, I can probably sell the collector's edition, since it is in a separate box, later, or right when I get it, and recoup a good chunk of that cost, and just keep the box with the Colossal tiles. There's nothing stopping me from doing that, except if I don't want to spend $170 plus, $35 shipping. If I don't want to spend $200 to get this, to recoup $100, there's some... It's an option, but I don't know if it's a good one. I wish... And I think that they've mentioned in comments that they looked at doing this. They looked at giving just a Colossal edition of the game, but that it cost too much. It made it not feasible. I get that. I do. But the greedy side of me still wants to have the option to just have the Colossal tiles if I already have the base game, to make it an add-on, or to pledge $1. I don't even think $1 is an option in this campaign. It's not. But to just pledge $1 and then in the pledge manager just get the add-on. But that's not a possibility, they say. So, first thing that I dislike is that is not an option. The second thing I dislike is the pledge for the Colossal seems too much. Now, maybe not the Colossal edition itself, since you're getting everything in the base game. You're getting the Royal Collection, so you're really just adding $40 for these Colossal tiles. That does not seem that bad when you are getting an additional box, you're getting an additional game trays, you're getting the Colossal waterfall board, and these giant tiles. You're getting all of that for $40. That's not bad. What does seem bad to me is this $200 Colossal Moats pledge. This pledge, a lot of people were upset at first because the Colossal pledge does not give you Colossal Moats. So really you cannot play with the moat section of the game. Sure, most of it's cosmetic, but it looks cool. It looks good. So they did some configuring and they figured out a way to give people what they wanted. It just costs too much. For $30 extra, you get everything in the Colossal pledge as well as the Colossal moats and barbicons. So really you get these added on. A couple piles right here. That does not seem $30 worth of material to me. I understand that they're probably having to figure out how to get all of this into this game trays. They might have already had that extra game trays already finished and have to retool it, rework it to fit these moats. I don't understand why adding this is adding $30. Now, I've not messed with that side of Kickstarter before. I'm sure there's reasons. It seems in the comments as though that's the best they could do, and if so, then kudos to them, because a lot of people might have even hiked it up more. But I'm not sure that's worth it, especially when you add on the fact that they are not giving you the level 2 barbicons. That is not included in this at all. There is no way right now to get that in the Colossal version. So, overall, I feel like it costs too much, especially if I just want the Colossal stuff. I have to pay $170. If I want to add moats, that's $30 more at $200. With shipping, over $235 for it. I understand it's a collector's edition. Seems a lot. Third thing that I don't like about this campaign is a small one. Not really even worth mentioning, but it's a personal preference. My third thing is that this comes in 2 boxes instead of one giant box. The Suburbia Collector's Edition came in one big box, and I would personally prefer to have that here, than to have these two separate boxes with the Colossal Pledge. Now, like I said, that's good for those that want to keep the Colossal and sell the collectors. But when I think of shelf space, I'm thinking about the fact that I am now pulling out 2 boxes instead of 1. I am thinking about the fact that I'm opening 2 boxes. I'm dealing with 2 separate game trays. And all these different things. I would rather just deal with 1 box if I could. Again, it's a personal preference, but that's the problem with me with a lot of these Kickstarters, right? Especially with these add-ons always coming in second boxes. These, especially when stretch goals, they add so much that it comes in its own box. That's cool and all. I don't always want to have to pull a second box off just to use a function or two, but that's neither here nor there. It is what it is, and there's a second box instead of one big one. So, my 3 things that I liked the new art, I liked the game trays with the expansions, and I liked the Colossal version. 3 things that worry me about this campaign is that there's no option just to get the Colossal stuff. The pledge for the Colossal seems too much for my own taste, and it comes in 2 boxes instead of 1 giant box like Suburbia. Let me know what you think about the Castles of Mad King Ludwig's Collector's Edition. What do you like about this campaign? What do you dislike? And are you backing it? Leave a comment below letting me know, and be sure to subscribe. In about a week or so, I'm going to have a 3v3 on Dune Imperium, so be sure to look out for that. As always, game on.